On May 29, 2023, at the nation's capital, Abuja, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has sworn in as the 16th president of Nigeria and the 5th executive president of Nigeria since inception of democracy in 1999. It is now 100 days that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, at his inauguration, pledged to give Nigerians a new lease of life through a renewed hope agenda. Unlike immediate past administration, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu achieved to have constituted his cabinet in less than 100 days in office. President Tinubu, since assumption of office, has been yielded positively to the public pressures, which his administration has demonstrated a high level of listening to the public outcry on national issues. His nationwide broadcast on fuel subsidy policy has distinguished his style of administration from his predecessors, as he did not only address the nations to those the impending tension in the land, but his words, where he said he was aware of the hardship Nigeria were facing, came at the right time to console many wounded hearts. As his administration closed 100 days in office, some Nigerians have critically observed President Tinubu's administration since inception and have lauded him for taking some decisive policies on economy that they believe will eventually transform Nigeria from consuming nation to more productive country in the shortest possible time.
I think most especially Kuma leading a movement of integrity, movement of our great party. That to tell you that we have key interests. We follow the activities and affairs of the government with key interests, knowing fully how we have suffered, how we struggle tirelessly to campaign and canvass support for Nigerians to believe on our candidate and our party, which they have done that. I can tell you Mr. President has not failed the country. He has done very well. He's proactive in terms of responding to issues. He's somebody that is fully prepared for the job. We are not surprised for his response towards issues of Nigerians because he has a better understanding of what he's coming in to do in the office. So he has done very well within the first 100 days, and I believe now that cabinet are in place, everybody is in place. Before, within a short period of time, he's the person, all the ideas is him, everything is all about him. But now with the support of his cabinet, believe me, before the next another 200 days, you can see a lot of things will happen. And Mr. President has done very well. If you can see his response in the areas of national security, we know what we have been facing, more especially someone like me that come from the northern part of the country, which we know how much we have been suffering in the issue of bandits. So the previous administration has done their best, but when he come, he has redoubled the efforts, and I can tell you, the Decisive he put in place are experienced people, and they are doing very well to make sure that at least they read out this insecurity. So that deserves Nigerians to give him kudos and also encourage him to continue doing what is in to do for Nigerians. And even you can see he assigned some good numbers of bills. One among them is electricity bill, which we know how much some of the issues of power and other things that affect a lot of, and it's also affect our economy. And Mr. President has responded to that. He engaged a lot of stakeholders, more especially this issue of subsidy removal, that a lot of Nigerians feel that maybe it's too early for him to take those decisions on his inaugural speech. But he's somebody that has a very good understanding of the economies of Nigeria and also connected to the global one. So he knows continuing paying subsidy is not going to continue to be good for Nigerians, and he takes those decisions, and he instructs the team, the leadership, the committee of vice president, which is the NEC, National Economic Council, which is chaired by the vice president, to come up with the solutions of palliatives whereby Nigerians can at least have some reliefs. And he's always on the media appealing to Nigerians and leaders to have a better understanding of the policy and program of this administration. So that to tell you that the driver is someone that knows the road, and he knows the story, and he knows where we're going, and I believe he will drive us safe, he will take us there.
I must say it's done tremendously well, very, very well. just having 100 days and coming up with all the things that we're facing him, to have the courage to talk about the fuel subsidy removal was one great thing for this nation. Over the decades, they should have, but they were not able to do it. And I want to let you know that he didn't just do it because he needed to do it. There was, in the budget, subsidy was not reflected. So there was no need coming and carrying it and then giving Nigerians false hope. So I give him kudos for the truthfulness, for the goodness, and for what he did.
Basically, you know, whenever there is change of government, you didn't expect to get things 100% that you go. Subsidy is something that it has gone and it has gone. Basically, there is some support that I know Mr. President has meeting with his state of governance, including the FCT leaders. He agreed and he brings some certain soft support for them to go back and support their state, which I know the state governance, a lot of states I saw them coming out with different form of palliative to support, to relieve the pain of subsidy removal. And I know governors are coming with so many things to make sure that at least they complement the effort of what the governor is doing, federal government is doing at the center. Also, they are doing also their own to make sure that the citizen at least will have some relief. So I believe what it needs is, we are just 100 days now. We have cabinet in place. The president is doing his best, engaging within and outside the country with international communities to make sure that he gets the best for this country. And he's somebody that has led, and we have seen how he led, and he has a lot of examples that people can see and testify that he is not going to fail this country.
Even still with the fuel subsidy, he realized that people are suffering. He just mooted out so much money to the governors. And a lot of the governors are doing what they need to do. Borno State, for example, I saw what they did, and it's quite good. People are being rich through the governor. And you have the humanitarian ministry that will reach further. And we expect that Nigerians will understand that it's not what just can be solved in a fiat. It has to take process, and we're going through the process so the right thing will be done. So I believe that Mr. President has done a lot. He's looking for investors. Going to India, I was watching one of the television houses today, I think Channel, that said, not Channel, Arise. They were querying why he should leave on the 4th, while the meeting is coming up between the 8th and 10th. And I wonder, because for you to go out there, what you need to do is to meet the community, Nigerian community, the investors, foreign investors, discuss about the country, the problems we have and how to solve it. And so he went there because he believes in foreign direct investments. And the moment we have that, this country will be good. And India is a good place. When India had the same problem we had, they went into cottage industries. By the time he comes back, and cottage industry, small and medium scale enterprises are being put in place, what we call unemployment will just be things of the past. So within 100 years, 100 days, he has done so much. I am impressed with what he's doing. We have not borrowed. I hope you know that. I hope we all know that we have not borrowed yet, and we're not going to borrow, because a lot of things will be put in place to generate revenue to carry the Nigerian economy.
The grace of God is not going to turn against the party, because it's a free and fair elections that was conducted, and Mr. President and Vice President has won with the majority vote, which to tell you that Nigerians are the people that make decisions on their own. So whatever it is, by the grace of God, is going to be in the favor of the party, because the party has not done anything contrary against the law. So as far as we're concerned, we are not distracted in any way, because we win election, and all the cases, as far as we're concerned, we are good by the grace of God. So we are not distracted as a party. Party is not distracted. And Nigerians should be rest assured that nothing is going to happen. They have spoken and they have selected their leaders, and by the grace of God, their leaders will be there to continue leading them in the right way.
The administration had done wonderfully well in terms of youth inclusion in government. And let's not forget that it's a developmental stage. So far, so good. The appointments that have been made, both the ministerial, at least we have some set of young, vibrant, and capable young people that have been nominated, that they are presently youth. And in terms of heads of agencies and parastatals, like the frequent one that His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu made, the head of Naseni, very young guy, in person of Kali Alilu, just 32 years old, and who is a very brilliant young man. So these are examples of people, young people that have been included in this government. Yeah, His Excellency, in his greatest wisdom, he knows who is capable to be on that seat of the Minister for Youth, and I believe that there have been some negotiations, there have been some consultations that have been made, and I believe when the time comes, the best result is going to be announced, and the best person is going to fit that position.
As this administration is taking steps to turn around our economy, Nigerians have been urged to give President Bola Tinubu administration some time to fix the economy for the betterment of all and sundry.
Is what I will only apologize for. I appeal to Nigerians to be a little bit patient and continue to be praying for the country and the leadership. Because one thing, if you feel the leaders is not doing what you expect, so you, as a follower, what are you doing for the leader? If the leader failed, the failure also affects the followers. So, but when the leader is in, we are encouraging him, we are praying for him. Believe me, what he needs now is support and encouragement. And for us that has a better understanding of his policy and program is to go out and keep on enlightening people to be a little bit patient for this administration, to have an understanding with the administration. But by the grace of God, everything will be fine for the benefit of Nigeria. We will succeed, and Nigeria will be great by the grace of God.
Tolulope Oludayo for News Portal Africa TV.